5 o'clock. It's time for the Weather Magician with PJ Wiggins, the evening report. Wednesday, August 21st, 2013. Good evening, everybody. Our current conditions at 5 o'clock in northern Massachusetts. 86 degrees is a temperature with a humidity 46%. Wind speed south about 8 miles per hour. Barometer 3.06 inches. 2.63 degrees. Visibly 10 miles. At a heat index of 87 degrees. Alright, let's take a look at our radar scope around the country.
It is in the third look already at Barry Zito.
And it shows a couple of little rain showers down in Alaska. And to the west of us, are popcorn clusters of showers of thunderstorms stretch from the 7-hour stretch of the Appalachians and down into Florida, here into the southeastern states. And stretching west into the Gulf of Mexico, down to Louisiana, down through southern Texas, and then Mexico. And another line of showers from central Quebec, stretching from Ontario, down into UP, Michigan, northern Wisconsin, down from Minnesota, stretching through South Dakota, down to Wyoming, down to Utah and Colorado, down to Arizona, Mexico, and down to northern Mexico. And a couple of little blob of rain showers in southeastern Alberta, and another batch of Saskatchewan, batch of rain showers in Saskatchewan and southwestern Manitoba, and a couple of batch of rain showers in southeastern Alaska. Here, alright, let's take a look at our satellite opening shows. A couple of little batches of clouds in southern Ohio, stretching through western Pennsylvania, stretching to eastern Kentucky and Tennessee, stretching through western Virginia, down in western Carolina, down in northern Georgia and northern Alabama. And another batch of clouds in covering Florida, stretching in the Gulf Coast, from Mississippi down to Louisiana, down through southern Texas, and down into Mexico. Another batch of clouds in northern Mexico, stretching through Arizona, down into New Mexico, down to Utah, down into Colorado, stretching for Wyoming, stretching for South Dakota, down into Minnesota, and stretching west to Wyoming, Idaho, down to southern Oregon and Washington State. Another batch of clouds from northern UP down from Quebec, stretching through northern Quebec, through Hudson Bay, down to northern Manitoba, down to northern Saskatchewan, down to northern Alberta, down into northern British Columbia and the Yukon Territory. Let's take a look at our hurricanes here. Invest 948 movement, 5 miles per hour, 325 degrees. Wind speed 30 miles per hour. And it's a tropical storm Piwa movement, 9 miles per hour, 300 degrees, wind speed 40 gusting up to 50 miles per hour.
Fix it. Wake up to savory.
And Typhoon Tremi, category 1 storm movement, 17 miles per hour at 260 degrees, wind speed 85 gusting to 105 miles per hour.
Seat to the Green Monster. Before the House of Blues moved to Lansdowne Street, Ace Ticket was serving the Boston area for 33 years from sports.
Alright, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Go like this.
Ace Ticket. Sit your ace down.
Tonight, patchy fog after 2 a.m. of ours. Most clear skies low and 63 degrees. Southwest wind about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Thursday, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 p.m. Patchy fog before 8 a.m. of ours. Partly sunny skies, 186 degrees. Southwest wind about 5 to 11 miles per hour. Chance precipitation 20%. Thursday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Patchy fog after 11 p.m. of ours. Most clear skies low and 65 degrees.
Choice has never been easier.
South wind about 5 to 8 miles per hour. Chance precipitation 40%. The rainfall amounts between 10 and a quarter inch, except by most possible thunderstorms. Friday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms before 11 a.m., then a slight chance of showers in between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Patchy fog before 9 a.m. overall, most sunny skies, 185 degrees, north wind about 69 miles per hour, chance precipitation 40%. New rainfall amounts between 10 and a quarter inch, except by most possible thunderstorms. Friday night, most clear skies, low and 56 degrees, north wind about 3 to 5 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny skies, 179 degrees. Saturday night, most clear skies, low and 52 degrees. Sunday, sunny skies, 181 degrees. Sunday night, podcast skies low and 57 degrees. Monday, most sunny skies 181 degrees. Monday night, most clouds skies low and 61 degrees. Tuesday, part sunny skies 180 degrees. Tuesday night, most clouds skies low and 62 degrees. And Wednesday, part sunny skies 181 degrees. Traders, what a phrase of the evening. A warm night on tap and a thunderstorms on tap for tomorrow. This is PJ with you. Have a good evening with a good positive attitude.